Welcome to this tutorial on ProPresenter. We'll get started right away. If you move your mouse to the bottom of the screen, this dock will show up on the bottom. You just move along it like this. You're going to want to open the file ProPresenter by clicking on it once. Alright, the first thing you want to do once it loads up is there's always this menu that pops up right here. This is just a big menu reminding you of great deals with ProPresenter. Let's X out of it because it always does this. So just hit the close button here. Alright, let's talk about the layout real quick. Over here we have the preview screen, so whatever you click or are showing will appear there. So if I click a slide, boom, it appears in the preview screen, and that's what everyone is seeing. So this is the window for that. For videos, you could pause, rewind different spaces in here. This is the timeline, but because this is just a lyric or a picture, there's no timeline here. Alright. Also, there's a computer monitor screen right next to the computer, so you can see what it looks like right next to you as well when you get up there. Alright, the second part, library. This is the library section down here. This is where you can search for songs. You can either scroll alphabetically through them, or you can search by name. We do have a large database in the one that we use upstairs. This is my personal computer, but you can just type in like build for build your kingdom and hit enter, and it'll pop up with some options. Usually there's only one option, but in this case we have a few. So that's how you would find a song. Down here is the playlist area. We number them by month, date, year, and then the time of the service. So even Saturday night services will use the 10:30 service time because they will be the same service. So you will find the service, and over here will appear the different parts of the service. We have a video file, and then we have song files here. By clicking and moving them, you can change their order, even with the videos. But as you can see over here, the whole thing is in order. By scrolling up and down, you can scroll either using the mouse roller, or you can use the scroll bar over here to scroll up and down. But all of the elements should be in order for the songs. Mine is all goofy because this is my personal one. But yes, so there they are. They're in the order that they will be presented. Alright, so this is the playlist screen. This would be the 8 o'clock service. This would be the 10:30 service. So, so that is the playlist. If you ever need to add a video, I encourage you to add the file onto the desktop over here. You can move windows by clicking anywhere up here. If you're not a Mac person, you just click anywhere and you can move this around. Once the files are on the desktop, you'll want to just click and drag them right on into the playlist that you want. Okay, so if I wanted a different playlist, I could drag it there. But if you just put it there, I think it'll appear at the end. Yes, it'll appear at the bottom. And then you can click and move it around to wherever it's supposed to be in the service. And that is that. One other thing for videos. Some videos we want to loop, like our announcements, and some of them we want them to stop when they finish. The way to change that is we go to this information button here. So for the video, we're going to click the info, and there's a few different menus in here. Again, I'm just moving this around by clicking up here. In the gear here, you can see the behavior is stop. If I would want this to loop, you could choose it to loop, and that means once the video finishes, it will start up again. Palindrome, I believe, goes through it the forward, and then it just does it backwards as well. So we don't really use the palindrome thing. So it's either stop or loop. If it's just a video like an announcement, we definitely want it to stop when it's finished. There's nothing worse than another video starting up again. Alright, if you ever need to stretch it or scale a video, if it's not working or fitting the screen right, you could try some of these, but for the most part, it's set correctly. So that is that. I wouldn't mess with this very much. This is more for backgrounds. You can change the color of things here. Again, I wouldn't do that for any videos we have, but if you have a background and you wanted a different color, you could go into this and change that a little bit. Alright, so that is that. There's no save button on that, so once you change it, I'll go back in, let's change it to loop, and then you just X out of it. That is what it is. It will loop. As soon as it's finished, it will loop back to the beginning, like that. So, that would be bad in this case. So we go to stop. Okay, so that is videos in a nutshell. All you do to play them is you click the giant play button here and it will start playing. Okay. So that is videos. Let's see. Ah, yes, songs. Okay, so the songs are in here. You want to make sure that each song has arrangement FBC. Every song has arrangement FBC, and that means these lyrics will be in the exact order that we will sing them every single time, if we put them in correctly, which we do most of the time. That means all you have to do is click on it. You can either go through and click each slide, which I would not recommend doing. I would maybe click the first slide, and then you can use the over arrow to go to the next slide. Arrow to the right, arrow to the right, arrow to the right, and on you go through the song. You can continue arrowing even into the next video if you want. So right arrow and then right arrow again should play the video. And then if you right arrow again, it'll go to the next song. So you could technically just keep clicking right arrow through the entire set list. Okay? So that is how you get through the songs. But you need to make sure that each song has arrangement FBC. As you can see, Build Your Kingdom does not have that. I don't think I put that in there for this song, but oops, there's Open Up the Heavens. This is how we go to arrangement FBC. You go over here to this. It says Slide Groups and Arrangements. You click it, and it opens up this thing. You can change the order. I wouldn't change it because we have it set right. But over here in the gear, you click it, and FBC is your option. Normally it's on Master, and this is where you won't see anything. So if that's the case, you go into the gear, click FBC, and boom, it does the order that we want it to be. So now the song should just click right through, and this is how we sing it. You go right through the song in order. So that is a really neat feature that we love about it, because most of the time we play the songs in exactly the same order. So that is nice for us in that way. Alright, let's move on to other buttons. These ones up top. This button, the output button, is really important. Right now I have it set to off because I'm using my own computer, but normally this is set to on. If it's set to off, we won't see anything on the screen. So you need to make sure that you click this and it'll turn to on. It'll say output on. The thing about ProPresenter beats out any other program. So we usually do our sermons through PowerPoint. If you would open a PowerPoint file and start the slideshow, and this is on, you will not see any of your PowerPoint from the PowerPoint program because ProPresenter beats everything. So in order to see that PowerPoint, you would have to turn the output off to see that. So that's an important thing. So this is here, one click, off and on. So if you're using ProPresenter for lyrics or videos, this should always be on. If you need to use another program or show a DVD video or some other program, this needs to be turned off so you can see the other program. Alright, and finally, there's other features that we'll get into later, but over here in an emergency you can clear everything. This will stop videos as well. Clear. If you click it, it'll clear everything. This will clear any lyrics on a screen. Okay, I'll get rid of that. This gets rid of any background video. If you have a background video that we play behind our lyrics, this will just get rid of the background. And finally, this logo button, normally it's the cross that we shoot up on the screen. So if there's ever anything not happening, or a pastor is preaching and doesn't have PowerPoint, we usually put up the cross behind it. All you do is click it and it will take over the screen. So this was from our Project Love. I put in a new logo for that. So that is that in a nutshell. Alright, we got the output, we got the video. Yes, how to import a video and clear all, we did all that. Okay, so that's basically the overview of ProPresenter. We'll talk about PowerPoint in just a minute. Real quick, just for those non-Mac people, yellow minimizes the program, green fills the entire screen. To get out of that, you hit escape. To get out of full screen, you would hit escape and go back, but for some reason it's not liking me for that reason. But if you minimize something, this is different in Macworld. If you minimize, it goes down here in the tray. So you clicking ProPresenter to open it up again is not going to work. Oh, usually it doesn't work. Okay, especially for PowerPoint. A lot of people come here trying to click PowerPoint when it's been minimized down here. So so make sure when you minimize a program, it will appear over here between the folder and the trash can. So that's about it. This is usually an X as well. For other Mac things, this is an X. And when you're done with ProPresenter, notice there is not an X here, so you have to go ProPresenter, quit ProPresenter at the bottom, and you will be done with that. Are you sure you want to quit? Yes. All right, and finally, for files, if you need to get a file and everybody says the file's in Dropbox, you want to go to this smiley face guy called the Finder. He is where all the files are. So you click that and it opens up all the files. You're going to want to go to the folder up here, Dropbox. And that will have any files that are needed for this Sunday. So if you see any files in here that need brought over, again, I usually copy them over. For example, if we needed this PDF for some reason, or if it was a video file, I usually click it, drag it to the desktop, and therefore now it is copied and it is on our desktop. That's what I did with this video. You move it to the desktop, and then you would move it into ProPresenter by dragging and dropping. So those are the big things. If you can find your files, they're always in Dropbox, or you can copy and paste them by clicking, going File, or Edit Copy, or whatever it is. Yes, there it is. Edit Copy, and then you could edit Paste as well. If you ever need to right-click, if you're in the mood to right-click, like you're a PC person and you like to right-click, there's a Control button on the keyboard. You have to hold Control and click, and it will give you basically what a right-click would be in PC world. So those are things if you need to edit or paste or do other things like that. I think that's about it for the overview. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. Hope this helps. Thank you.